Good morning, YouTube. My name is James, and I'm here to kind of give you my view, my take on the man's hair system. Oh, one other thing. If you like, if you like this video, please like it, thumbs up it, and subscribe, please. I'm new at this thing, so please forgive me because I am a little bit nervous, but uh, anyway, I came across, I guess, I was looking online, and I was wanting something different. I've been bald since I was like 20, 25, 26 years old or whatever. And I don't know why I'm so late to the game, but I am anyway. But uh, I went online and I looked and I researched and I came across one day. I came across this ad and it was talking about men's hair replacement systems. And I'm like, what the hell is a hair replacement system? So anyway, I proceed to go into it and look it up. And what I saw, I was like, oh my God, who knew? I mean, back in my day, when I was growing up as a little boy or a young kid, older men that wore these, they were called toupees, and they looked like toupees too, believe me. Looked like they had a rug on the back of their head or something. They never blended, the color was never right, the cut was never right, or what have you. But man, I'm telling you, when I saw these online, I was like taken back. I could not believe that there was such a thing in this day and age for men. And then I also got to reading a little further into it, and they were talking about they're called hair weaves for men. It's like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that terminology because it may be a weave to a certain degree, but it's really not. Uh, but anyway, as I got into it, I got to looking at it, I was like, wow. I said, they have hair for all kinds of men, all races of men. And then when I especially came across the African American, I was like, wow. I said, I've just been reborn. I just couldn't believe that they actually had something like this, and I thought, honestly, I really thought that I would be bald for the rest of my life and that there would be no other options. To be honest with you, I was a hairdresser, not to digress or anything like that, but I was a hairdresser for like, what, 20, 25 years? I started back in the 80s. As soon as I graduated from high school, I went to cosmetology school, got my license, and I practiced in Texas, in Lubbock, Texas, and then moved back to Missouri, where I'm from originally. I'm not living there now, but anyway, and that's where I got all of my education or whatever. But I mean, I just never thought. Again, sorry about from jumping back and forth, but I just never thought in a million years that I would ever have the option of being able to have a hair system, for a man, for a black man too, for a bald man nonetheless. And I got to look in, I was like, I got all kind of options here. I can have straight, I can have curly, I can have extremely curly, I can have just a fro kind of a thing. So anyway, my first one that I ordered, I was like, I ordered it out of China. Don't you know, this is what? May, almost the end of May. I ordered that bad boy back at the end of February. I ain't heard nothing from them. I've done and I ordered it off of Amazon. And they were supposed to be some type of reputable company. Well, needless to say, I won't give their name to save them face, but they are not a reputable company. They keep sending me these bogus emails talking about, the mail is slow due to the COVID-19 thing. I understand that. But however, I just feel like, if you don't have my product, because I did get a hold of like the postal system here in the United States, and they told me that thing has never even been moved out of China where it came from. So anyway, I'm cutting my losses, and I know that I won't order from them again. But like I said, I got on there and went to this one company, it's LHC, and they're based out of the state of California. They have some really, really, really reasonable prices, and the types of hair pieces or hair systems, whichever you want to call it, are just amazing. It's like, wow, who knew like I said, in a million years that a bald man could have options today. And if you want to, you could change it up, change the texture, change the color, change the style, everything. And I love that being a former hairdresser because it lets my creative juices kind of flow. So anyway, and then also, with these hair, like the one that I have on here, it's got like 20% gray, I think is what they said. I initially wanted like 10% because I'm really not that gray yet, although I'm 55, but my hair is not that gray yet, thank the Lord. But anyway, it still doesn't look bad, I think it blended quite nicely, as far as I'm concerned, it was my first application, so it's like, it's not perfect. And I know some of y'all out there will be like, ooh, what the hell is that? But, hey, it's my first attempt at it. And from what I've always been taught and what I've always learned is that the more you do something, the better you become at it. So I'm going to keep at it and keep doing this. But anyway, it's like I said, it's one of the greatest inventions ever. I just, I don't understand why I've been reading too that, it gets a bad rap in the communities, from different people, I should say, because they say men shouldn't, just let your hair be natural. But why? Women have that option. They have that choice. Why can't men have that option and have that choice? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and especially if you could make it look as natural as possible, that's the game right there. This, like I said, to me, this thing is a game changer, period. So it's like, I think that's everybody should be able to have that option. I want to talk a little bit about, some of the good things and the bad things about it, because I've only had it on like 2 weeks. And like I said, I'm still adjusting to it. When I first put it on, I was taken back. I was like, what in the world? Because I hadn't seen myself with any hair, because I just shaved my head. I just kept everything just cut off, and I hadn't seen my head with any hair. And like I said, since I was like 25 or 26 years old, so anyway, when I put this thing on, my partner helped me put it on. I had to have him because I couldn't do it by myself. I couldn't get it placed in the right place where I wanted to. And yes, I have a long forehead, but my hairline, I know where my hairline used to be, and it's like, and I tried to place it as close as I could to that. So anyway, once we were to get it on there, and I finally went into the bathroom and I looked at it and looked in the light. I was like, wow, and it came in like this like afro kind of thing here, shape kind of a thing. And it was like, I took pictures of that and I sent it to my family, and my family was like, what in the world? My father, first thing he said, boy, you need to cut that thing. He was like, I don't know what that is on your head, but you need to cut it. So anyway, I sent him a text back saying, you know what? It will get cut. This is just the before. You'll get to see the afterwards. And also something else that I love about the system is that, they say you're not really supposed to brush it, comb it, do all that kind of stuff, manipulate it or whatever. But I found that if you like kind of brush the sides and the back and the top part, or cut it, if you cut it down low enough, you really won't have to do all that. But because I like to keep a little bit of length, a little bit of angles or whatever in it, I know it's kind of crazy looking today, sorry, but I use like a little bit of a mousse, a foaming kind of a thicker kind of a mousse, and I put it on it the other day. I've since brushed it out, but and I just kind of finger coiled it, on the front part, which gave it kind of like, it's natural. Like I said, this hair, I'm not kidding. You would think it was black people's hair. You would think it came off an African American's head because it's of that texture and it feels like it, but it's soft. It's not coarse. This is real human, 100% human hair. But like I said, it is definitely, I'm telling you, it's the best thing that I think I've ever done. And, I'm going to try this for a while now. But anyway, some of the good things and the bad things about it that I have found is that this hair can be very itchy. Like itchy, kind of itchy. Then I'm like, what the, that I'm not used to that, not having no hair. You don't have to worry about, all the itch and all that kind of stuff. But this stuff really, really itches, and that, So anyway, if you can get past that, and also I have like in this particular piece, I have it's a French lace, I guess it is, so it's breathable. My partner he wears a thin skin kind of a poly one, and that one is not breathable, So it's like I opted to go with this one because I don't sweat a lot, but at the same time, I don't want to take that chance, because I've heard that if you sweat too much, sometimes you can loosen up your hairline, loosen up the glue or whatever, from your hairline or just from the system itself. So it's like I wanted something that was breathable. And plus, it also blends better when you apply it. It looks more natural looking. It doesn't look so like wiggish or like you got like this, right? That's something I can't stand. I've seen a lot of that online too. It's like guys that get these and they go from bald and they forget they put it down too low, and so therefore it looks like they got like a hat or something sitting on their head, and you got this big thick. To me, you don't want that. If anything, especially with this African American kind of hair, this particular piece, when I had it glued down, I had a little bit of glue that seeped out from underneath. So what I did was, kind of like what women do whenever they put their weaves on or their or whatever, they take the little hair, the baby hairs. Well, I took some of the hair and I like pressed it down into the glue, and just made it kind of form the hairline. And then when I went with my clippers and stuff and tried to line, it just gave it. I'm not kidding. It gave it like a really realistic. This particular thing is not doing it justice like I think it should, but like I said, it's amazing. What your hair will look like. Also, I don't know if you can, the good things. I'm sorry. I digress, y'all. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I get to thinking about one thing and then something else pops in my mind. Talking about one thing and then something else pops in my mind. But the other thing is that, what was I going to say? Shoot. Oh my Lord, I'm having like a brain fart. Oh, that. I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me. I'm kind of ditzy sometimes. I get kind of spacey. But uh, once I had this put on, it's like I do dialysis. I have to go 3 times a week. And anyway, when I first went there, I was kind of scared, to be honest with you, because I haven't had hair. And a lot of times before I got the hair system put on, I wore lots of baseball caps. So no one really ever saw me. They knew that I was bald because of my sides and my back. I'm assuming, so it's like I always wore baseball caps. But anyway, last week or the week before last, when I went into dialysis, I was very nervous because it was like, but don't you know, the first thing when I got in there, people were like, look, the girls, the nurses, and the techs were looking at me like, something's different. And then finally one young lady, she was like, wow, I've never seen you without a baseball hat. Who knew that you had so much hair? And of course, I'm the type of person normally, I'll tell you anything. I'm very upfront. I'm very blunt. I just say whatever's on my mind. I said to her, I didn't say anything that day, and it was like, no need to. This is my first day. I don't have to go into explaining what it is, how it is, why did I do it, and all of that, because normally I would. But then like a couple of days later, I was in there, and one of the nurses that I'm really, really, really close to, Michelle is her name, sweetest lady. But anyway, her and I, we jive, we talk about a lot of stuff. But anyway, she was like, ooh, I am loving that. And I said, well, thank you, girl. I love you. I'm glad. I said, I love it too. And she's like, what'd you do? She goes, who knew that you had so much hair? And that's when I had to tell her, I'm like, girl, look. I said, this is not my hair. I said, it's my hair because I bought it, however. But this is not my hair. This is hair that is actually, I put on and cut and shaped it to blend to my own head. And she's like, no way. I can't believe that. She's like, really? I said, yeah. I said, and, I'm talking to her like I thought she knew. But I said, don't you know, that a lot of guys are doing this now. You'd be surprised. I said the number of guys that are walking around and have these on, and you never ever know, especially if they're done correctly or done by a professional. She's like, no, and she was like, my husband is bald. Maybe that's something that, I could get him into. Would you be interested? I said, sure. You know, if he's willing to put himself out there like that and feel comfortable enough with me doing it, I'd be more than glad to do it. You know, so anyway, like I said, that's one of the things that I've really noticed is that when you have hair, people look at you differently. And I don't care what anybody says, they're full of shit if they say that they don't, because they do. People look at you like, wow, he's like kind of handsome. I mean, I've always gotten kind of looks. Now that I'm older, I'm kind of jolly, kind of fat, gray, but that just comes with the territory. But yeah, since I have hair now, it's like amazing people, how people react to you. And it's like sometimes when I first got it on, I was like, these people just staring at me because it looks weird on my head. But a lot of the times, it's just our own imagination, running away with us. And a lot of times, people are just kind of checking you out, but they want to check you out, or they're just checking it out because they're curious, that type of thing. And I just feel like, if you are that bold and you looking that hard, it's like, why don't you just come up to me? I'd rather you come up to me rather than staring and then look away when I look at you looking at me, and just ask, hey, who does your hair? Or what's that? Or, that type of thing. So anyway, like I said, just having that. And then, the response I got from my family, and my partner, he just loves it. He's like, he just cannot believe that I actually look the way that I do. But to be honest with you, when I had hair back in the day, I wore my hair a lot like this. I always kept it short on the sides and in the back, variations of it. Kept it all different kind of hair colors and all types of things, but it was always kept it longer in the top part because I felt like I needed it. And back in the 80s and the 90s, I used to have it so it was kind of, when curls were in, Jerry curls and all that kind of stuff, I'd have it. We keep it curled and have like waves in it, waving off the forehead, kind of some hair hanging off on my forehead because I got like a big forehead, a knot from when I was a kid. I ran into propane tank, playing hide and seek with my sisters, and bang. So anyway, I got like this knot on my head that's there permanently, so it's like I always felt like I needed to cover that up. But you know what, anyone, I'm sorry, take me as I am, with hair, without hair. But I'm loving this right now. I'm in a phase right now where I'm loving the hair thing, and I recommend it highly to everybody. I think you should do it. The upkeep of it can be kind of, I've just found the last couple of weeks that I've had it can be kind of hard at times. But, there's different ways that you can keep it, keep it together. With this African American, with this quote, like super curly type of hair, I've always found that it's best not to like get it wet, but to always tie it up or wrap it up at night when you're sleeping, so that it will stay in place and keep laying down. If you cut it correctly and blend it like you're supposed to, you shouldn't see like a really, really harsh line. Like I said, right now, I didn't really brush my hair as much as I should have today. It's really ready for a haircut again. Like I said, because it's been a couple of weeks and my own hair grows like super, super fast. But anyway, I think if you like wrap it up at night, it will help maintain it and help it to look better. But if it happens to come undone, I know most guys use the tape, and then I also was talking to someone and they said that if you put like tape around the sides and the back part, you know, and just put the ghost bond glue around the hairline, it will also, especially if you have a hair system that's not lace or Swiss lace or French lace or all that stuff, it will help with you not being so hot and perspiring so much. It will be more breathable. And then also it just helps with, when it comes time to taking it off to redo it again, it's much easier to clean the system, and that's something I found when doing my partners that was like, oh my God, no joke. I swear to God, that stuff is hard to get off. I tried to get some C22, that stuff that removes the glue off of the hair, but for some reason I never have been able to get it. They've always been out of stock of it. So anyway, what I did was I just came up with some stuff that I found online. I forget they use it in a hospital, but it's oil base. It's pretty much like that C22 stuff, and it smells a lot like that. And what I do is with his is I'll pour a little bit in like a container of some sort, and then put the part that's got the glue on it in the glue. Let it sit for anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes to 30 minutes until it's softened and that it comes off. And then I'll take it out and then lay it on a towel, and then that's the other thing. You also want to make sure that you use like a dry towel with no strings, or either use paper towels, to be able to remove this excess glue that's on the back of it. And you don't ever want to like push the glue when you're removing it from off of the hairpiece out to like toward the hair, to the edges of the hair, because if that gets in there, it's a done deal. It's that stuff. It's hard to get out. So what you want to do is work your way from the inside, from the edges of the hair into the center of the hairpiece, and you want to just work it off. And believe it or not, it comes off, and then you can proceed on with like your shampoo and your conditioning and whatever ever else that you do to it. Just make sure that you don't like agitate or manipulate or cause the hair to like knot up or anything, because if you like mess with it too much, then you'll cut. When it comes time to like putting conditioner on and detangling it out, you'll start pulling the hair out, and you don't want to do that. Because for me, I'm gonna try to make this bad boy last for quite some time. They recommend that you go and get ooh, I feel like that bad boy's coming out. But they recommend that you get a hair system like every 3 to 4, 6 weeks or something like that. Well, I don't know about you, but the average person, these things are expensive. They're no joke, and especially if you get the ones with the 100% real hair. It's like if you baby it and you take care of it, this thing I know will last for quite a while. And but so yeah, you just need to try to take care of it as best as you can. But like I say, there's some other things that I want to talk about here with this. It's like, but like I said, it's been the best thing. It's changed my life for like the better. I mean, it really has. Like I said, I just love it. And it's lightweight, and I don't feel like I have anything on it. It's like it is. It's amazing. It's the best thing that I think. It's been a game changer again. Forgive me for repeating myself, but it has changed my life. And it's like because I just never ever thought in a million years that James Whitler would ever have hair again, and hair that was very believable. And it's like I said, I just love it. I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I can't wait to, in the future, to be able to order some more pieces from this particular company, LHC, out of California. LHC.com is the name of the company. Uh, and their prices are really reasonable. To order some more hair systems that are maybe even different colors, different textures, and all that kind of stuff, and try it out on myself. Like I said, I've always been a very experimental person, but once I started losing my hair, that the thrill was kind of gone for me. So it was like I just I just didn't I just didn't have the enthusiasm as I should when I was a hairdresser, because I always felt like, and maybe it's just stupid, but that's how I felt at the time. That how can I do someone's hair when I don't have any hair? But now I see, hairdressers, male hairdressers that are bald and laying out some women and men's hair, in a blink of an eye, not even thinking twice about it. So you can have hair or no hair. But for me, I felt like if I'm going to be in here standing behind a chair and telling people, recommending, suggesting, and all these type of things, the looks or the cuts or the colors or, whatever, for the hair, that I should be a good representation of that as well as myself. You can dress as dope and as fly as you want to, but if you still don't have the hair, for me being a hairstylist, it's all kind of like a suit. It all excuse me, that's my dog. Uh, it all once it all comes together, it's like amazing. It is, so anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, it's been a while since I posted a video on here, but I had promised a couple people that I had talked to. Uh, Hi Pam from Naturally Hair. This is V James, the one that talks to you a whole lot. Uh, Hi, Drea, from Sevens In, over there, who's doing all that natural hair and all the curls and all. She does beautiful hair. Her hair is gorgeous. Pam's the sweetest young lady, cutest kids. There's several others. Juju Poppin, love, 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 love her. And it's like you guys need to go check all of them out too as well if you have not already. Like I said, I'm kind of late to the game. YouTube's new to me, but you know what? I am loving it. I think it's the avenue that I want to go down. If people will just give me a chance, I won't only just talk about hair. I love to cook. I love to share stories about my life. My family. My partner and I. His name's James as well. They call us James Square. But anyway, sorry, there I go again, digressing. But like I said, I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking me out today. It's been an honor and it's been a pleasure. And that there was something else I want to talk about. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I jump all around, so forgive me. Like I said, I'm kind of scatterbrained. I said this before, but it's true. It really is. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit before I get off of here. My time's about ready to run out. But about cutting it. If you're going to do it yourself, and these systems, they're very forgiving, but the key to it is to never, ever, 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 ever go in too low. Don't ever go in too low when you're cutting these. Because if you do, you got to remember it's not your own hair, and you can't make it blend if you have a hole in it. Because once it's there, it's there. There's nothing you can do about it. And as far as if you're like me, who likes to keep your sides and your back, fairly short or whatever, you got to make sure that when you're blending this here, that you leave some hair that will lay over the top of it so that it blends seamlessly without, that hard line there. Like I said, mine's looking kind of rough here today. I should have brushed it the comb before I got on the screen, but hey, everybody ain't perfect. And I just wasn't thinking. I was excited about doing this video because I woke up this morning and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I haven't filmed in quite a while. So anyway, like I said, it's been fun. And again, I thank you guys. And I hope all of you men out there who's been thinking about it, hey, give it a shot. You might like it, and then you may not like it. But most of them that I've seen online and that, the couple people that I've since talked to about before I got mine, it really is a game changer. It really is a life changer, and you really should give it a try. And it's not that expensive. It's expensive, but it's not that expensive, but it's well worth it because I'm telling you, for me, I feel like it also takes years off of you. When you don't have any hair, you don't realize how much it ages you. But once you get that hair back, and it's like, wow, I never knew. You start to see yourself, and it boosts your confidence and everything. And when you got confidence, then sometimes you become kind of cocky. You think you don't stink. But it's I really do. I recommend it highly to all men, who are bald and who are wanting this as an option. So I say give it a chance, give it a try. I think you'll love it. And if you don't feel like you could cut it yourself or do any of this yourself, go to someone, but research them and make sure that they're a reputable outfit or salon or whatever that specializes in doing male hair systems or hair pieces or toupees or whatever you want to call it. Just make sure that you do your homework on that because it's a lot of money, when you're talking about someone else professional doing it for you. So yeah, go and if you don't feel like you could do it yourself, go and have it done professionally. And like I said, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. Like I said, it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me as far as my hair goes. But anyway, I thank you guys for tuning in and giving me and watching my video. Please thumbs up it, like it, share it, subscribe, and check back in. I hope to have some more videos out really soon. So anyway, I thank you guys again. And have a blessed day. And I'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye.